Oh, donuts are not the best carbs to put back into your diet. And they had left a comment about how it messed them up a little bit and it had a really negative effect to their body doing carnivore. So I just... Hello, Artettina here on the Impromptu Life channel. I know I've been promising you in some of my videos that I was going to get back to answer some of the... I had a video about losing too much weight on the carnivore diet, and then I also had a video about the leg cramps. And I got some really helpful feedback, and I thought I would just share some of these fun comments that were left. There's probably not enough time to go through all the comments because I'm low on battery, but we'll do this. I'm out camping, and I had to put on the earphone thing because the traffic was this campground is kind of close to a traffic source. I'm doing some nomadic stuff in the Honda Element over here, the mobile tent, if you will. That's what I consider Hondas. Anyway, if you are interested in all of that and the traveling and how I have the lifestyle or stay in my car, you can find other videos about that on the channel. Either way, you know how we are on the Impromptu Life. Okay, let me see here. So I wanted to do some shout outs to some people. Thank you so much for leaving such great feedback and ideas and your experiences with the carnivore diet. I really appreciate it. I love the friendly conversations about different experiences. Some of the comments are quite long, so I can't read all, the whole thing. But let's grab a few of these here. And I'm going to go back up to the top here. Sarah K, 8436, was saying, yes, eggs. The good ones have helped me, but I'm not. So this is in direct response to me losing too much weight, but I also was having the cramping issues in the legs, you know, like when you sleep at night. The good ones have helped me. I'm not strict carning. I do have pickles, cabbage, keto light, but I have not incorporated anything else besides the cup of coffee and a tablespoon of cream. So she sounds like really balanced here. I did go 20 minutes of workout, so she's working out. She's around 1,500 calories a day, if I understand the comment thing. Thank you so much for leaving a comment. Jim and Davis, 7671, 2 years carnivore, 68 years old. I lost close to 100 pounds real fast, went as low as 125, and I have a hard time keeping it at over that weight. I started trying to get some back by eating 4 eggs a day over the above my usual proximity. So it seems like the eggs is really working for people to add a little bit of the weight on, and also there was some recommendations as far as butter. And I love the grass-fed Irish butter, salted. And I do eat a lot of butter. But right now, and I'll have that in another video since there's a lot of comments here and I wanted to share those. Right now, I've opened my diet back up because of the cramping, but I will share that in another video what I'm doing. Anyway, beef, I managed to get my weight back up to 145 pounds by eating twice as much beef and 2 dozen eggs every day. I have a problem with eggs, but I really like them. An aversion to eggs makes it harder to... Yes, an aversion to eggs does make it harder. I'm a lucky individual that I don't have an aversion to eggs. I actually like their different flavors in the different ways you make them, whether they're soft, hard-boiled, over sunny side up, you know, like that. So luckily I don't have an aversion to eggs, and I love deviled eggs. After effect of carnivore is that it seems to be your size and weight where it should be. Ever knows? Yeah, and we're all completely different. Have been on carnivore for a while, have that V shape. Young women have much desired hourglass figure. Yep. Okay, this is from Minion Beck, 7215. This is about 6 months ago. I'm sorry if it could be so long to respond. And share these. Eat meat when you're hungry and eat it until you're full. Repeat step 1 as often as required. It's good. That's a good advice. Stage your body's energy heals, damage gut tissue, get nutrients from your food, and your body's expecting carbs, so your satiety signals will be screwed up. I agree. Start replacing electrolytes more with Celtic salt. So that's something I was using a lot of sea salt and stuff, and I'm going to find some Celtic salt and also do that. Probably with the Celtic as well. But again, I'm trying to stay away from anything that I might have to, like electrolyte mixed drinks, because again, this was in response to me getting leg cramps, because I figure if I can't get the materials off grid, which I'm ultimately kind of leaning towards, then I don't want to get in the habit of having to locate or find something. And that's why I want to just tweak my diet enough, because we're all different and we all have different blood types. But let me see, I feel like you're burning all fat. This is Hacking Ultra. Thank you for sharing a few thoughts. If you started with the glucose in your blood and glycogen in your liver and muscles, your body needs to hold on to a little more water to metabolize the carbohydrates. When you remove the carbohydrates from your diet and deplete your carbohydrate stores, your body will expel the excess water. Yeah, that would be causing a lot of the weight loss and yeah. So let me see. This is quite a long one. I'm seeing if there's anything else in here. How to convert protein, glucose, compensate. Your body will still look for all the fat. So this is the video that is specifically about losing too much weight too quickly. If you want to go back and read a lot of these comments too, you can find that video and read them for yourself. I'm just kind of sharing some of these. Bandana Lady said, I think 1,100 calories a day is way too low. You would probably benefit from adding another meal. I'm 5'2" and not very active, and I eat around 1,700 to 2,000 calories. Thank you so much. William McCartney. I had 1 pound of beef and 10 eggs with a few strips of bacon. Bacon. Feed yourself, don't worry or stress. It will all be fine. Thank you, William McCartney, 4833. Thank you. You cannot eat a carnivore diet and you can undereat. Yeah, Rich Palmer says, 9886 says, you need to eat more. You typically cannot overeat on carnivore, but you can undereat. And that is something that I've realized very quickly. Let me see here. Brain tricks you into eating other sugars. Yes, my brain has been tricking me to eating the sugars. As you all know, that is I suppose you could consider it an addiction. That would be it, would be the sugar, the glucose. Let me see. Oh, and then here's Brandon Spears, 5468, did mention, of course, this is based on body types as well. Some people really have the blood type, I think, for the meat. But anyway, this is, there is no necessity in eating only meat. What's wrong with eggs, cheese, butter, cream, of course. If you are not addressing an autoimmune issue, which I'm not, you don't need to be strictly carnivore. Yeah, I just really wanted to try it and see how it changed my body. But even if you are addressing an autoimmune issue, you need to know that processed aged frozen meats can cause autoimmune responses due to naturally occurring chemicals called aminos. Oh, this is a good comment. Again, you can go see the video and go down and read some of these. Even if you have an autoimmune condition, many vegetables may be safe to eat. Yeah, okay, let me see. I'm not reading, some of these are very long. So, oh, well, okay, so a few people have mentioned this, so I'm going to mention this. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce the name. Something liquid. The only way to gain weight on carnivore is weight training. And I do think there's going to be a lot to that, lifting heavy weights and putting on muscle. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I've been trying to eat the grass-fed and trying to get the least lean meat when I'm doing that. Right now I'm traveling, so my diet's open, but I'll just do a separate video about that because I really wanted to respond to some of these comments because everybody was so wonderful and great about leaving some really helpful pieces. Comments. I appreciate that. I have a similar issue. I have lost too much weight on high fasting and became a bit unhealthy looking now. Only wanted to do, I have to be healthy, not to lose, to be healthy, not to lose weight, and now I'm starting to gain some weight back. So she's having I don't know if it's she is having the same kind of issues that I was having. And although I was able to put my weight back on, not necessarily in the way that I wanted to, I think that the good thing to do would be the eggs. And I've also, well, anyway, I'll do that in another video. I eat at least half. Okay, so this is Lyndon Brook, 1320. I eat at least half to 1 stick of butter a day. I was feeling like you, and an additional more of fat helped a lot. So add fat, not meat. When you are carnivore, your main fuel is fat because you are converting the metabolism to glucose and energy. Yeah, and the other thing too, unlike a lot of carnivores, and I do think this is key, is I'm not eating organ meats and other things that you really, if you're going to be eating carnivore, only makes sense that you eat organ meats as well. So I'm not doing that, and that could be one of the issues. Let me see. Stop the Insanity is the channel name. Lucky you, I'm carnivore, do IF and extended fasting, and it takes forever to lose even a pound. Everybody's completely different. That's what I'm always saying. I'm like, I think it's also based on blood type, regions. Like for instance, it's I live most of the time, I'm in the desert. I'm road tripping, of course, right now. And I almost wonder if it depends on where you are. Like I was watching a video and the guy was talking about how, and he didn't want to do it, but the natives kept coming up to him because he was up in Alaska, and they kept saying, you've got to eat bear. You have to eat some bear up here, because I guess there's something about the fat content in bear. And he kept refusing, but he was losing so much weight that he finally got convinced, and every year now, you have to look the video up, but every year now, he harvests at least one bear just to keep his weight on. So it's not just about the type, it is about the type of meat, the organs, and the type of animal. If you're in a situation where you can't even get, vegetables or fruit or whatever, like in the Alaska situation, that you're harvesting a really fatty animal. And so just a little bit of my background is most of my childhood and young life, I was a vegetarian. So I was very underweight most of my life, and probably not the healthiest, and I dealt with emotional issues. Eat more fat situation to make sure. Okay, this is from Shannon Roseland, 8867. If you are snacking, then prepare bacon strips or crisp up some beef or pork. Eat more fat to satiate you, and make sure you have water and electrolytes. You will have cravings. Don't give in to them. Eat more often. If you truly want a real benefits of carnivore, yeah. And she says, good luck. Yeah, I agree. And I've been wanting to try that I watched videos where they're making crisps and stuff. And although I'm doing something different right now, but I'll do a different video about that. When I was doing extreme low carbs, mostly meat, eggs, and fat with a very few vegetables, I lost 50 pounds in about 90 days. This is from PDX Tom. After that, it slowed down a lot as I got close to my goal, which was another 25 pounds. The initial fast weight loss did not have any negative impact on my health. Good, I'm glad. That's cool. With all due respect, if you think you need to add a few carbs back into your diet, I really don't think donuts are the best. So if you are familiar with my videos, I had this thing where I was doing donut Thursdays, and no, donuts are not the best carbs to put back into your diet. It's funny because I'm kind of one of those proponents too of living your life and occasionally doing the things you enjoy, but I do have to accept that I'm addicted to sugar. So yeah, it's been fun. 1100 is nothing. You don't seem to understand carnivore. Are you okay? Thank you, Denise. No, this is by Dennis or Denise. Anyway, more of the. Yes, I'm just fine. I'm actually really good. You must have a fast metabolism. Yes. Yeah, and I'm a little bit of a workaholic, even though most of my work is painting and creating art. I have a tendency to do that thing where you get in the zone, and then I'll look up and it's 4 or 5 hours later. And so, yeah, it's just everybody's totally different, and you just got to kind of find your balance. And so I've had to go back. Again, I'll do a video about that. Ground beef 3 times daily, fast beef. Okay, so this is ABC. Oh, okay, this is kind of a long comment, but let me see. I'll pick some stuff out of it. A, B, C, D, E, F. So I don't even know if that's a real channel name or anything. You must have a fasting metabolism. 3 weeks and I'm not losing weight. I eat half a pound of ground beef 3 times a day and fast between 6 p.m. and 10 a.m. So you're doing intermittent fasting as well. I also do, although I broke the rule this last week a couple times because I was visiting someone, but I usually wait all the way till 1, and I kind of eat and munch. Sometimes I'll even go up to 9, but I try to cut it off at around 7 p.m. and then start again the next day. So I do also do the intermittent fasting, if that's what you want to call it. So they are as well. Yeah, I'm not. Well, actually I am if I eat the carbs. It's just in 1 week. It's there. do what works best for you. I agree. I love carnivore diet. I think a lot of this, and I do want to say the eggs really helpful, the butters are really helpful. I need to weight train. And weight training. That's also a very, very good recommendation. I just think the eggs are going to be key, although I'm not sure if I'm sensitive to them or not. I seem to be, I love a lot of things that I'm like, is this working for me? 5'6" and have been successful using 1,200 calories used for losing weight. I have about the same activity level as you and I have the same figure. Okay, so this is from Sunwise Astrology. About the same figure, and I don't think 1,100 calories is enough to maintain your weight, but that's just my view. Listen to your body. I absolutely agree, and yeah, I absolutely agree with that. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for your comments. Again, if you want to go read some of this, there are really, really good suggestions, and you can follow some of these people, I'm sure, it sounds like a lot of them are actually doing this and trying this. It's the video that has about 80 something left comments, and because I don't want this to go too long here, it is issues with the carnivore diet specifically. So I think I did bring up not just the losing the weight too fast, not being able to keep it on, but also I think I did bring up the cramps in here. And adding the butter and fats, just adding a lot of fats. Hunter-gatherer diet, and I agree with this. There are types of plants, and I'm a plant lover. So, and like some of you who've been following the videos know, most of my youth was actually vegetarian, and I love animals and I'm very sensitive about animals. But I was, with my age and getting older, I was having other issues and things and emotional issues, so I started doing and trying the carnivore diet for myself because I saw some videos on it. And yeah, so this is how this artist, again, I'm Artettina, I'm not sure if I already said it. I'll be sharing some more, and absolutely, if you have even more suggestions, please leave comments below and I'll share them if I feel like they're going to be super helpful to people. And otherwise, we do art videos, we're doing traveling videos. This is the Honda Element. We're camping and going to be spending some time down in Arizona, and we'll be living out of that while we're doing that. And I have some more coming up of the California Redwoods trip. It's kind of just fun to hang out. That's why it's called the Impromptu Life. It used to be Artettina, but now it's the Impromptu Life, because I'm like, so much more is going on, and not everybody just wants to see me sit around and paint. So, but anyway, thank you again so much, everybody, for leaving me comments. Again, if you want to see all of the comments on that channel, please, or on that particular posting, go check them out. Otherwise, if you have other really helpful suggestions, I think that we've got it, like butter, eggs. I know I keep being told about the electrolytes for the leg cramps at night. Now, again, I will make another video about how I altered my diet right now and kind of got off of it specifically to get rid of the leg cramps, because they were excruciating. And I know I do want to get the Celtic salt, and I know that I'm not going to, once we're off grid and I get the property to start working on that, I know that I'm not going to be making it a point to travel hours to go find something to mix into my drinks. So I want to figure out the balance and figure out what to grow off grid to, keep my whole system balanced out. And so that'll be fun and exciting when we get those videos going. I'm just still looking, and as you all know, everything's gotten quite expensive, so it's all an adventure. Life's an adventure. So hey, I hope you subscribe and follow along and join in on the conversations. And when I have a fun channel that a lot of people seem to have amazing or wonderful advice for, or just saying hi, I will share those. So have an amazing week. I almost forgot. I think it was one of the other videos, and somebody was kind enough to leave the response about what had happened to them, and they're an older individual, and they had left a comment about how it messed them up a little bit, and it had a really negative effect to their body. Doing carnivore, remind people, as we're experimenting with our diets and seeing what makes us feel the healthiest and strongest, some people might want to tiptoe into it like I am, like try it for a little while, see how your body responds and come back, and just consult a doctor if you feel comfortable with that, because because I think we do, especially when we get older, have to kind of be careful. With some of us, it's going to have, we're all different. That's why you can't just take one medicine and apply it to everybody. You just can't. But I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physician. And as you're exploring these things and finding out more and more about them, that's why I'm kind of just sharing, as I do with everything that I'm doing in my life, things that are important to me, like my health, my diet, things I'm eating, where I'm going, the art I'm making, and all that kind of stuff. So I just want to kind of throw that reminder out there, and I hope that they're doing amazingly well now. I'm sorry I don't have the channel name to respond to, but thank you so much for also just being brave enough to go, hey, this didn't work for me. This actually had really bad effects, and I don't know if they started over again. I would love to find out what happened with them and how they're doing. And whenever I do, a lot of times come across a comment like that, even if it's not on my channel, occasionally I'll just throw out a prayer for people, because it's, this life is a whole lifetime learning process. So I just wanted to say that thank you so much for sharing it, even if it didn't work for you. So again, bye.